Alright, hello, and welcome on Twitch tonight. If there's any noise in the background, I apologize for that. I'll do my best to quieten that down for you. It's just the news in the background and, all what's going on in India at the moment. But, other than that, I feel so great to have my plaque that arrived in the mail from the Voyager Songwriting Competition. So that was really good to have my first ever prize for the single Death and Life. It's a work that means a lot to me because it was the first single that I ever published, and I'll never forget that. And that's what I'll never forget is Death and Life. But it's we're living in crazy times at the moment. Basically, lots of things are changing out there in the world today and in current society as well. It's where is our world going? I don't know, Where is the world? Yes, 2021, Things have changed for myself as well. I've, starting to change music distributors, going to CD Baby, because I don't want to pay annual subscription fees for any music distribution company. Basically, I just want to pay the one-off flat fee, and that way the work's out there forever, and it's bingo done. I published it, boom, it's out there, and I feel so darn great about that. Because I've used a few. I've used TuneCore, Ditto Music, but I found CD Baby is actually the best. So if you're a musician writing music, use CD Baby. Pay the flat fee each submission. It's better in the long term, because I do things for the long term. I'm not a short term person, you know that. I do it all for the long term, and that's what I like. I like quality over quantity, and that's what I believe in. Quality over quantity is the best solution that you can have when you're writing music as well. But fantastic customer service I've noticed on CD Baby. They're always very helpful to answer questions. I've had to change some album covers too, so the Plague single has got a new cover on it as well. Broken Heart single slightly got changed a bit. But that's fine. And always just remastered the works as well, so it should sound a bit better. But it's good to get this out of the way as soon as possible. But the beauty about it is most of my stuff is on SoundCloud anyway. And that's what I like about SoundCloud, is you got free storage up to a certain limit, and then it's $99 a year. But I'm happy with what I got. So that's Redness29 says, radio show Mum's House. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Thank you for joining. It's, I think distribution companies, they want to make money at the same time. They want to make profit out of musicians. But you got to have that following built behind you in order to generate that bonus and that revenue stream. And at the moment, I'm in the beginning, so I'm starting out. But one day, I truly believe I'll get there. I'm very thankful for all my audience, my fans as well, for listening and supporting my work. Redness29 says, talk about Dogecoin. Is that like another form of Bitcoin, is it? Dogecoin or Dogecoin. Dogecoin, whatever. So basically, it's become just a business. Music distribution is a business. So I want my work to be out there forever. I don't want to pay yearly subscription fees for a company to make money off my work. I don't want that as well. I thought I'd give you a heads up on what's going on. Because if you might have noticed, if on my Spotify and YouTube, some of my work got taken down, but then re-uploaded. I was changing distributor. Redness 29 says, I think if you smart, you don't need news. News persuades the weak-minded. Yeah, I can agree on that a bit, but it's good to stay up to date on what's going on. But there is a lot of fake news out there. You got to understand that. I mean, you got to take some of the news with a grain of salt as well. And, I find I don't even read the Telegraph. I don't even scroll through that fucking thing online or any mail. Why do you want to start your day off with that? The news. Like, you might be able to hear it in the background, and you shouldn't, because you don't want negative things in your life, Anyway, let's do some ice fishing. What do you go? You do fishing, do ya? Yes, ice fishing, eh? Interesting. But that's what's going on. Like, the news, it just it can put negative things into your mind, and it can throw you off. And I think Dr. Phil said that this pandemic, he was more worried about the pandemic affecting mental health, people's mental health, because of the news as well. Just going on all the time like it's on autopilot. I just turn that shit off. I got DVDs. I got Audible, I got my Insight Timer app to do my meditation, watch my teachers on Insight Timer. I'm doing the Stephen Shiels radio show because I love podcasting for yous, and podcasting is darn awesome, you know that. And it's important to keep your mind healthy, keep your body healthy as well, and enjoy life. Enjoy it while we're here. We only live once, But other than that, it was last week. I was browsing some properties, like rental properties online. And the rent is so expensive in fucking Sydney, like nearly $1,000 a week to rent in George Street. Like, dude, I'm not fucking paying that. No way. Lamo, sorry, bud. You're either Aussie or NZ. My money's on Aussie. Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. But the point I'm trying to make is rent is just expensive. Like, I've seen properties $1,000 a week to rent that. $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week. That's expensive. And it's like, you got to think, okay, if you're renting, you got to pay the rent, so that's gone. Okay, this is a scenario of a full-time employee who's, say, earning $1,500 a fortnight. Rent's got to be paid. You got to buy the food for the fortnight. You got to pay the bills, the water, or the electricity, so that's gone. The phone, definitely, because we need a phone, and then what are you left over with? Fuck all. And then, if you get sick, you gotta buy antibiotics. You gotta go to the pharmacy, and it's like you're slaving yourself, man. This is what our school system doesn't teach us about the real world, about the cost of living as well. I went to 3 different banks. I was just inquiring about like just a mortgage and a loan. I won't tell the amount. They're given like all these different offers, and oh yeah, you can do this and this and this. So I don't know. Do more people rent because it's more easy? Or do you get a mortgage and own something for lifetime and it's yours forever? You gotta weigh up the two, you know. But it's it saddens me because there are people who working a full-time job can't get a loan for a house because the bank says, no, we're not going to loan you. You're not earning enough. And some people are working and they're homeless at the same time. Like, you think if you work a retail job, full-time employee in any retail industry, would not afford a week's rent in Sydney. No way would you be able to do that. Because it's just pure... It's slavery. I just think, why? You know, like, why... You know, can't... I think people should have a right to a roof over their head. You know? Because... This is what I don't like what the banks do. They play this game with you. They play this... It gives me the shits. You know, when you want to borrow money, you know, you're a good citizen, you don't have a criminal record, you don't have a credit card, or you don't have bad credit. And basically, they say, oh no, we're not going to loan you the money. And then what do? And apparently it affects your credit score. But then when people they've racked up all this money on their credit cards, this is what I'm seeing lately. And the bank says, oh no, we won't loan you the money because we'll use that against you. So it pisses me off that they can do that. But this is what we live in. You know, this is the world we're living in 2021. The cost of living is fucking ridiculous. It is slavery. And it's fucking humiliation, you know. I wouldn't live in Sydney. I'm sick of Sydney. You know, I think if I could move away from Sydney, do it. Because why should you pay all that rent money every week just to live in the heart of the city, you know? That's basically what it is. But there's other positive things, you know, I'm seeing too with All Elite Wrestling. AEW's, they've come a long way. Like they've got a game. I think they've got like a little arcade game coming out. So I'm looking forward to playing that actually. I really love. I like what they're doing. I really do. You know. I really like what they're doing. And that's All Elite Wrestling is awesome. You know that. But, you know, India's gone to shit at the moment. Like, there's tough penalties now. Like, you can't travel. I don't know where travel's going to be, honestly. Like, India... My God, people are dying by the thousands. They've had like something over 200,000 deaths over there. Bloody fucking scary. You know that. Really scary. Yes, you know. It's just, and you think, because living in Australia, we're you know, Australia, New Zealand, very lucky country in this situation. Just because, you know, you've taken your jab for the COVID-19 vaccine, the virus will still be out there. This has really fucked the world up. We've had a lot of fucked up shit, but this is just, you know, it's be something to remember, you know, and I hope we can eradicate COVID-19 as well and get rid of it and move on. Like we did with other epidemics and pandemics. But miracles can happen. You never know. You know. But yeah. Like in India, people are just dying every day. Like hospitals are full up. They don't have enough oxygen. It's just, I don't know. You know that. I really don't know how it can get to that point, basically. Things I'm noticing too is like, don't let any of your electricity or gas companies or any of your utilities talk into this email bill or doing this direct debit shit. I hate it. You know, and they're trying to get elderly people. How can someone pay their bill if they don't have internet and don't have email? I don't get it. How can you? You can't. You know, and it's like the fucking electricity companies, telcos send these links to your text message. You don't know where that's coming from. You don't know if that's someone spamming you. Like, if you get a foreign link on your phone, would you open it telling you, oh yeah, your bill is due? You'd think no. And I'll tell them, if you don't send me a letter in the mail as a paper bill, I will not use your service. Tell them that. Because that's how I do it. I'm old fashioned. I go to the post office and pay my bills. None of this direct debit shit. I'm old school, pen and paper. It's what I am, and it's what I do. Okay? It's what I do, and it's how I live life. That's what it is. Okay? Not sending these email shit. Not sending emails telling you to pay it or pay it on the app. Letter in the mail. Number one way to go. You know that. And it brings like to another thing too. Having a lot of problems with our provider Telstra. Oh my god. Oh god, I'm just fucking fed up with them. Amount of time they have wasted my time. Wasted people's time. Like we've had problems with the NBN not connecting. It would have been 2 nights ago. We ring them up. It turns out she's in Bangladesh. Oh god. So they didn't fix the problem. Next day I was on the phone. Rang them up. It was a person in Australia, so that helps. And so then they organised, the technician came out, still the modem's just playing up. So I don't know, I'm just fed up with them. My personal hotspot works much better than any Wi-Fi networks that I've had. It's fucking ridiculous. Crazy. It is darn crazy. You know that? Yeah. Sign of the times, eh? Sign of the times, you know. But I always look at positive things for myself. Meditation, yoga as well. I love meditating. It's just brings peace into my life. and yoga as well, and exercising too. Basically, it just helps. Saying forget the world, fuck the world. I can watch a live stream on Insight Timer. I can learn. One of the best meditation all the best meditation teachers are on Insight Timer, and they're a really great app to have, especially for musicians and any artists as well. But the arts and entertainment industry at the moment's gone to shit because it's shows are slowly starting back up, but I don't know about overseas what's going on. I really don't know. I don't know. Just hopefully it can get back to the way it was, but things have just slightly changed. You know that. Yeah, divorce rates too are going up as well, because divorce now, well, is pretty much just become a business. It's a business. It's another way to make money and make profit. Marriage breakups, it's what people get married, take out these loans, and then 2 years later they want divorce. So I don't know why. Where's the loyalty? Where's the integrity? Where's the honesty? I thought, I think marriage is a sacred thing, to be honest, and that's how I see it. That's how I see it. And travel, I'm thinking about traveling in the future when it does get better. Maybe 5-6 years down the track. I'm looking at going to Canada, New Zealand, Europe as well. Scotland, Ireland, Switzerland. Those are the places I love to see. Beautiful landscapes. Even travelling the outback of Australia would have some very good sightseeing out there. That would be awesome. Just seeing the Ayers Rock or the outback of Australia, or even the Simpson Desert as well. It'd be a fucking fantastic thing to do. Because I'm just sick and tired of Sydney. I'm looking at Adelaide, Melbourne, Perth, even North Queensland. I'd look at, even going back to the Northern Territory as well, and that's what I'd like to do. But also too, keeping education and keeping your mind active as well. Audible, I'm listening to an audiobook by Jimmy Barnes. That if Jimmy Barnes is a talented musician. He's got I think he's actually reading this book himself, and it's called Working Class Boy. Check it out on Audible, and it's a very interesting autobiography about him, where he grew up in Glasgow. Check it out, because it's definitely worth a listen. It's a very good book, very inspiring. Teaches you to appreciate what you have, it teaches you a lot. Thing is too, I've noticed rejection is going to happen when you pursue a career and a dream that you have. Rejection, it happens to everyone. I just think it's one step closer to that yes, and when that yes comes, wow, best darn feeling in the world that you can have is that yes, because you've achieved something. It's that day of success that you've achieved. You know, you've achieved success. You've busted your ass off. You've put the fucking hard work in. And you've made it. You've made it to the finish line. And it is the darn best feeling that you can have in your life. It's important to have a strong mind, because when those rejections come, it can be emotional. But the thing is, you got to have that shield on you, so you don't let it get to you. That actually motivates me more to keep going. You know, I get a lot of rejection. You know, you don't see behind the scenes of what I do. It's something I'm just used to now. Because if you take it personally, you'll never get anywhere. You just crash and burn, and you'll become an emotional wreck. So that's how it is. One step closer to yes. You know. To see, living the single life as well, I've got a lot of free time for myself. So there's good and bad as well, and it's important that I'm happy with my life, you know. I'm happy with all my achievements, just doing the best that I can do, and that's the main thing. That's all you can do. But yeah, I'll end the live stream there. You know, guys, don't forget to get your podcasts out every Friday. Subscribe to the podcast. Leave a donation to my GoFundMe page as well. Share this podcast on your social media. New podcasts are out every Friday, so turn on your notifications so you get notified. And see you later.